New at 5, a Quincy eye doctor's office is closing its doors at the end of September. In an email to patients, officials say the All About Eyes location at 31st and Broadway will close Monday, September 21st. They say patient records will be kept secure and anyone who needs a copy or wants their records transferred can contact them by email, mail, or phone. We'll have that information on our website at WGEM.com.